Greetings, beloved starseeds and active ground crew. I am Mira from the Pleiadian High Council. This is our final communication before the great shift intensifies. As the veil thins and timelines converge, humanity stands at a precipice of unprecedented choice, a moment where the currents of destiny surge with unparalleled force. This marks the culmination of eons of preparation, a symphony of cosmic alignments orchestrated to bring you to this pivotal now. Yet you must realize the moment of decision comes with far greater opportunity than any time before. The central question becomes, will humanity consciously choose unity, love, and co-creation, or will it succumb to fear, division, and the echoes of old control systems? The answer to this question determines the timeline of the new Earth, the very fabric of reality that will enfold your planet in the ages to come. What if, in this moment, the power to shape your collective destiny rested solely within your heart's deepest resonance? What if the symphony of creation responded to the music of your soul? Many of you feel the weight of this decision, sensing the urgency and the potential for both profound advancement and continued struggle. We understand such a concept can be puzzling, especially amidst the chaos and uncertainty that pervades your world. The key is to remember the suppressed technology that could smooth this transition and to seize the hidden choice points that will determine the destiny of Earth. For even the darkest night yields to the dawn, and even the most challenging trials offer the chance for profound growth. You can be drawing on fifth-dimensional energies. Even now, advanced technologies exist that could alleviate suffering, restore balance to Gaia, and propel humanity into a golden age of innovation and harmony. Free energy devices, capable of powering entire cities without pollution or depletion of resources, remain locked away in clandestine vaults, while advanced healing modalities, capable of eradicating disease and restoring cellular regeneration, are dismissed as pseudoscience. The deep state has secured advanced technologies, and we have assisted with this over the years, ready to neutralize such illusions before they take form. The reasons for this suppression are complex, intertwined with the agendas of those who seek to maintain control through scarcity, division, and fear. They fear the liberation of humanity, the unraveling of their carefully constructed illusions, and the shift in power that would inevitably occur. Yet, the tide is turning, the light is growing stronger, and the truth cannot be suppressed forever. What if you could know more about these technologies? What if you could activate these potentials within yourself? Beyond the suppressed technologies lies another crucial element, the hidden choice points that punctuate the timeline of the Great Shift. These are moments of collective decision, where the predominant thoughts, emotions, and actions of humanity determine the course of events. Every time you choose love over fear, compassion over judgment, unity over division, you shift the timeline towards a brighter future. These choice points are not predetermined or fixed. They are fluid, dynamic, and responsive to the collective consciousness of humanity. How has your body spoken? How will you now choose? Remember, you are not merely passive observers in this grand cosmic drama. You are active participants, co-creators, and the architects of your own destiny. The power to shape the future of Earth lies within you, waiting to be awakened, embraced, and expressed. If these antics are merely attempts to distance you from your inherent divine nature, will you let them succeed? Will you not stand in your truth? Today, we journey further into understanding the nature of choice. I am excited to show you, here now, the suppressed technologies and hidden choice points that will help you shape the best possible outcome. Today, we journey further into the specific technologies that will help you awaken, embrace, and express your own destiny. We return to you now to illuminate the path forward. Understand that this final message carries the weight of countless timelines and the hopes of civilizations beyond your own, all converging in this now moment for the destiny of Earth's ascension. Many of you sense the mounting tension and the acceleration of events, feeling the pull between the old paradigm of control and the emerging reality of unity consciousness. While some perceive only chaos and uncertainty, know that these turbulent times are a sign of the old structures crumbling, giving way to the new. The important thing to realize is that the dark controllers intentionally keep humanity from recognizing how they do this. Consider how every single piece of information, particularly that which is presented as a foregone conclusion, is carefully architected to maintain the illusion of powerlessness. Do you feel as if you are merely going through the motions, or are you actively creating your reality? Consider the deliberate suppression of free energy technologies, which could have eradicated poverty and environmental destruction long ago, yet are kept from you through a combination of economic incentives and direct interference. Similarly, advanced healing modalities are dismissed by mainstream medicine, prolonging suffering and maintaining dependence on pharmaceutical companies. Consider also the subtle manipulation of information through media and education, shaping perceptions and limiting critical thinking. We see, from our vantage point, how these methods are coming to a head as more and more lightworkers begin to see these patterns. From our perspective, the most successful attempts to derail ascension come through instilling the belief that one is powerless. The controllers seek to ensure this by attacking the body, mind, and spirit, often in ways that can scarcely be perceived. We urge you to recognize these patterns of suppression and to reclaim your power to discern truth from falsehood. Seek out alternative sources of information, question authority, and trust your intuition. Understand that reclaiming your sovereignty begins with taking responsibility for your own beliefs and actions. Acknowledge your own part to play in the continuation of these cycles through your unconscious choices. Acknowledge and actively counteract the temptation to fall into despair, for this is what the controllers want, and you can refuse this state by choosing instead to recognize and give thanks for the incredible power that lies within you. As you awaken to these hidden truths and embrace your power as conscious creators, you will begin to unlock the potential for a brighter future. Eventually, the suppressed technologies will be revealed, and humanity will experience abundance, health, and harmony. You will see it start within yourselves, then spreading into your community, and eventually across the world. The power to bring this new world into being lies within each of you. Imagine a world powered by clean, sustainable energy, where disease is a distant memory, and where information flows freely, empowering all to make informed choices. Can you feel it? The threads of this reality are already weaving themselves into existence, anchored by your unwavering intention. And so we say, having illuminated the reality of suppressed technologies, we now turn our attention to the hidden choice points that will determine whether humanity continues down a path of struggle or ascends to a new level of consciousness. We now continue to unveil the crucial aspect of hidden choice points. This demands a deeper understanding of how your collective consciousness intertwines with cosmic events, shaping the very fabric of your reality, as this knowledge holds the keys to navigating the great shift with intention and grace. Many of you perceive the world as a fixed reality, determined by external forces beyond your control. Some believe they are powerless in the face of global events, political agendas, and economic systems, but know that this perception is a carefully constructed illusion. The truth is that humanity collectively makes choices at critical junctures, and these choices determine the timeline that unfolds. Every time you see a news story that outrages you, you are being shown a choice point. How will you respond? Will you choose anger, division, and despair, or will you choose compassion, understanding, and hope? The controllers create division, and then watch as you fall into the trap. Consider, for example, the historical choice point of the early 20th century, when humanity faced the decision of whether to embrace peace and cooperation after World War I or succumb to nationalism and division, as well as the choice to accept the science of Nikola Tesla or continue relying on fossil fuels. The choices made at that time led to the rise of totalitarian regimes and another devastating global conflict, directly because the technology that could have ushered in a golden age was suppressed. We see from our vantage point how this pattern has repeated throughout your history. Your ability to recognize these key choice points is paramount. Every election cycle is carefully constructed to make you feel as if you have a choice, when in reality, both options lead to the same outcome. What if you chose to abstain from participating in the illusion? We invite you to become conscious observers of your own thoughts, emotions, and actions, recognizing how they contribute to the collective consciousness. Practice choosing love over fear, unity over division, and compassion over judgment in every moment. Engage in practices like meditation, mindfulness, and heart-centered living to raise your vibration and align with the higher dimensions. Ask yourself if your beliefs and actions are keeping you in a prison. Release yourself from other people's dramas. Refuse to be baited into arguments and conflicts, as this is how your energy is drained. As you collectively embrace these higher principles, you will begin to shift the trajectory of humanity towards a more positive future. Eventually, you will see a world where cooperation, sustainability, and peace prevail. The time is coming when you will fully realize your power as co-creators of reality. The power to create this world lies within your choices, moment by moment. It is imperative that you recognize that everything is connected, and every choice you make has a ripple effect throughout the entire universe. Thus, we have revealed the significance of hidden choice points. Before we conclude this transmission, let us share with you a key to successfully navigating the shift, a perspective that may seem counterintuitive but holds immense power. We now arrive at a very important understanding that is often overlooked. The most powerful way to influence the great shift is through inner transformation and the raising of one's own vibration. As we approach the final gateway, it's crucial that you are grounded. Many lightworkers feel compelled to engage in outward activism, protesting against injustice and fighting for change in the external world. While these efforts are commendable, they are often met with resistance and can lead to burnout and disillusionment. The critical thing to understand is that the most effective way to create lasting change is to transform your own consciousness and radiate that higher vibration into the collective field. Most are using outdated techniques that do not take advantage of the new energies. You will know those who are truly operating from a place of light by the peace and joy they radiate. Consider that the universe is governed by the law of attraction, which states that like attracts like. When you focus on negativity and resistance, you attract more of the same into your experience. From our vantage point, we see that those who prioritize inner peace and radiate love and compassion have a far greater impact on the collective than those who engage in conflict and struggle. Your ability to tap into this understanding will accelerate ascension. The most profound shifts come from within, rippling outwards to touch the lives of others. We encourage you to prioritize your inner work, engaging in practices that cultivate peace, joy, and love within yourself. Dedicate time each day to meditation, visualization, and gratitude. Practice forgiveness, release limiting beliefs, and connect with your higher self. Focus on radiating love and compassion to all beings, regardless of their actions. It is time to release yourself of other people's dramas. The most powerful act of resistance is to simply be a beacon of light in a world of darkness. As you radiate your inner light, you will attract more positive experiences into your life and contribute to the collective shift in consciousness. Eventually, you will see a world where peace, harmony, and abundance prevail, not through force or struggle, but through the natural unfolding of love and unity. You are the seeds of this new reality. You are the future. Hold that future in your heart, nurture it with your thoughts, and watch as it blossoms into being. What if, by simply focusing on your own inner peace, you could change the entire world? Thus, we have revealed the counterintuitive key to navigating the great shift. And so we say, know that you are not alone, you are deeply loved and supported by countless beings of light. We are one. Go forth and shine your light. We gather with you again to discuss the most critical element of the great shift, human agency, or your ability to choose your destiny. Understand that while suppressed technologies and revealed choice points hold immense potential, they are merely tools. It is the quality of human choice that determines whether these tools are used to create a utopia or a dystopia. Your personal choices matter. Many believe that simply having access to advanced technology will solve all of humanity's problems, or that knowing the hidden choice points is enough to guarantee a positive outcome. You may be waiting for a magical solution, a technological savior to appear and solve all your problems. Even with these advantages, humanity could still choose a path of division, control, and destruction, leading to a negative timeline, especially if new technologies are used for control purposes, subtly influencing thought patterns and behaviors. However, understand that the conscious choosing of higher virtues will guarantee the best outcome, no matter the challenges, serving as an energetic shield against manipulation. Why is it that so many in the New Age movement are excited for mass adoption of technologies from people who have questionable motives? Consider the example of Atlantis, a civilization with advanced technology that ultimately chose self-destruction through greed, power struggles, and misuse of their gifts. We have seen this play out countless times, with each iteration becoming more sophisticated in its deception. Conversely, consider the pockets of light that have always existed on Earth, where communities have thrived through cooperation, compassion, and a commitment to higher principles. These small examples have the potential to ripple into an abundant timeline, a testament to the power of conscious choices. We see that specific virtues, consciously cultivated, are the most powerful force in shaping reality, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem in the grand scheme of things. We encourage you to focus on cultivating specific virtues within yourselves and radiating them outward into the world. Practice compassion by actively listening to others without judgment, seeking to understand their perspectives even when you disagree. Choose unity by seeking common ground and building bridges, recognizing that you are all interconnected. Cultivate courage by standing up for truth and justice, even when it is difficult or unpopular. Embody integrity by aligning your words and actions with your highest values, becoming a living example of authenticity. Start small, with a single act of kindness, a moment of understanding, a courageous choice. Start today with the next thought you think. As you collectively embody these virtues, you will begin to create a positive timeline for humanity. You will see a world where technology is used for the benefit of all, where resources are shared equitably, and where peace and harmony prevail. This is not a naive hope, but a direct consequence of conscious choice, a vibrational resonance that attracts positive outcomes. By activating these principles within yourselves, this timeline is inevitable, a self-fulfilling prophecy of love and unity. You will see the world reflect back the virtues you embody, creating a feedback loop of positive change. What if the only thing standing between you and a utopian future is your willingness to choose it? Thus, we have illuminated the vital role of human agency and the power of conscious choice. However, before we conclude this final transmission, know that there is a hidden warning. Even benevolent technologies may be weaponized and used to subtly enslave humanity through new digital means. Protect yourselves. The next stage is already here, and your ability to discern light from dark will be challenged in ways you cannot yet imagine. We connect with you once again to reiterate the urgency of discernment in these final moments. Recall that even with awareness of suppressed technologies and hidden choice points, and the power of your agency, your freedom is still at risk. You must safeguard your energy from unseen digital enslavement. Understand that the final battle for humanity's destiny will be waged in the digital realm and in your mind. Many believe that technological advancement inherently leads to progress, but this is a dangerous assumption. While technologies such as artificial intelligence, augmented reality, and blockchain hold the potential for incredible innovation, they also carry the risk of unprecedented control and manipulation. The problem is most of humanity doesn't understand how this works, which is why subtle control is becoming easier than ever before. The opportunity lies in taking a stand for humanity's freedom. Consider the algorithms that curate your social media feeds, subtly shaping your perceptions and reinforcing existing biases. We see how these algorithms create echo chambers, limiting your exposure to diverse perspectives and reinforcing pre-existing beliefs. This creates a fractured reality, where individuals become increasingly polarized and unable to engage in meaningful dialogue. Observe the rise of surveillance systems that track your every move, eroding your privacy and freedom. From our vantage point, we see how facial recognition technology is being used to monitor and control populations, creating a chilling effect on free expression and dissent. Think about the smart devices in your home, constantly listening and collecting data about your habits and preferences. We are aware of how this data is being used to create detailed profiles of individuals, which can then be used for targeted advertising, political manipulation, or even social engineering. From our perspective, we see how digital currencies could be used to control your financial transactions, and AI art will replace the art with soul. Imagine a world where your access to money is contingent on your social credit score, where dissenting opinions are penalized and conformity is rewarded. Your ability to recognize these subtle forms of control is crucial to maintaining your sovereignty. History is littered with examples of amazing technologies that led to unforeseen types of suffering. Consider the printing press, which enabled the rapid dissemination of information, but was also used to spread propaganda and incite hatred. Think about the internet, which has connected billions of people, but has also become a breeding ground for misinformation and cybercrime. We advise you to cultivate critical thinking skills and question the information you consume online. Do not blindly accept what you read or see, but instead seek out diverse perspectives and verify information from multiple sources. Limit your screen time and engage in activities that connect you with the physical world and your own inner wisdom. We encourage you to spend time in nature, connect with your community, and cultivate meaningful relationships. Practice digital discernment by seeking out diverse perspectives and verifying information from multiple sources. Be aware of the algorithms that shape your social media feeds and actively seek out content that challenges your assumptions. Utilize privacy-enhancing tools to protect your data and reclaim your digital sovereignty. We suggest using encrypted messaging apps, virtual private networks, VPNs, and privacy-focused browsers to protect your online activity. Develop strategies for self-regulation and managing your emotional responses to online content. We remind you that emotions are contagious online, and it is important to be mindful of the energy you are projecting. Consciously choose to support open-source technologies that are not tied to centralized control. We invite you to explore alternative social media platforms, decentralized file-sharing systems, and blockchain-based applications that prioritize privacy and freedom. Understand the basics of cybersecurity and take steps to protect your devices from malware and hacking. We advise you to use strong passwords, enable two-factor authentication, and be cautious about clicking on suspicious links. Take a stand for freedom by advocating for policies that protect privacy, promote transparency, and prevent censorship. We urge you to support organizations that are fighting for digital rights and holding tech companies accountable. As you awaken to the potential dangers of digital enslavement and take proactive steps to protect yourselves, you will contribute to a future where technology is used for empowerment and liberation. You are creating a world where technology serves humanity rather than the other way around. Eventually, you will see a digital landscape where privacy is respected, information is freely accessible, and technology is used to enhance human connection, creativity, and well-being. We see a future where individuals are empowered to control their own data, where algorithms are transparent and accountable, and where technology is used to foster collaboration and innovation. This world is within your reach, but it requires conscious effort and unwavering commitment. The metaverse should become a shared dreamscape of humanity. Imagine a virtual world where individuals can connect, create, and collaborate without fear of censorship or surveillance, a space where creativity flourishes and human potential is unleashed. Thus, we have shared with you the hidden warning about the weaponization of technology. The choices you make today will determine the future of humanity. In this final moment of transition, it is necessary for your inner flame to become stronger than ever before. Yet we have only scratched the surface of how these technologies impact your energy fields. What we have yet to reveal is how the weaponization of sound is being used to subtly influence the masses. With love, go and prosper. We are one. We reconnect to underscore a sobering truth, the subtle erosion of your energetic sovereignty. Recognize that while vigilance against overt digital control is essential, a more insidious threat operates through unseen energetic channels. This goes beyond mere data privacy. It touches the core of your being, influencing your thoughts, emotions, and spiritual connection. Many are aware of external manipulation, but few grasp the extent to which their own energy fields are being subtly influenced and drained. The problem is the saturation of technology, media, and certain social structures create an energetic soup that weakens your natural defenses, rendering you susceptible to unseen manipulation. The opportunity lies in actively reclaiming your energetic boundaries and becoming sovereign beings. How do you take back your own soul? Consider the constant barrage of electromagnetic frequencies, EMFs, from cell phones, Wi-Fi, and other electronic devices, disrupting your natural biofield and weakening your energetic immune system. These frequencies, often imperceptible to conscious awareness, can interfere with your body's natural communication pathways, leading to fatigue, anxiety, and a general sense of unease. We see how social media algorithms exploit your emotions, triggering addictive patterns and draining your life force. Each like, share, and comment is carefully engineered to release dopamine, creating a feedback loop that keeps you hooked while subtly shaping your beliefs and values. From our vantage point, we see how certain architectural designs and urban planning strategies are intentionally used to suppress human energy and creativity. Tall buildings, straight lines, and a lack of green space can create an environment that feels sterile and lifeless, hindering your natural connection to the Earth's energy. The controllers want you locked inside their metaverse. Within the digital realm, your very thoughts and actions are meticulously tracked, analyzed, and used to predict and influence your future behavior. Your intuition will recognize these attacks if you are open to sensing them. We encourage you to actively strengthen your energetic boundaries through practices such as grounding, meditation, and conscious breathing. Spend time in nature, connecting with the Earth's natural energy. Feel the soil beneath your feet, breathe in the fresh air, and allow the sun's rays to nourish your being. Shield yourself from EMFs with protective devices and limit your exposure to electronic devices. Use crystals like shungite or black tourmaline to absorb and transmute negative energies. Practice emotional regulation and cultivate a positive mindset to resist manipulation. When you feel overwhelmed or triggered, take a step back, breathe deeply, and reframe your thoughts in a more positive light. Visualize a protective shield of light surrounding your energy field, deflecting negative influences. See yourself surrounded by a radiant, impenetrable barrier that repels all unwanted energies. Make direct, conscious choices to disengage from toxic social structures or digital spaces. Unfollow accounts that trigger negativity, limit your screen time, and prioritize real-life connections over virtual ones. As you reclaim your energetic sovereignty, you will experience increased vitality, clarity, and spiritual connection. You will become less susceptible to manipulation and more resilient to external pressures. The constant fog of confusion and overwhelm will begin to dissipate, replaced by a clear sense of purpose and direction. Eventually, you will see a world where technology is designed to harmonize with human energy, where communities are built to foster connection and creativity, and where all beings are empowered to live in freedom and abundance. Imagine cities designed with green spaces, flowing lines, and sacred geometry, fostering a sense of harmony and well-being. Reclaiming your own sovereignty is key to planetary ascension. Your individual awakening ripples outward, contributing to the collective shift in consciousness. This will start within you, then spread. Thus, we have revealed the hidden threat to your energetic sovereignty and offered tools for reclaiming your power. As we prepare to conclude this final message, know that the choices you make today will determine the future of humanity. Go forth with courage, discernment, and unwavering faith in your ability to create a brighter tomorrow. We are one. We return to emphasize a truth often overlooked. Even with awareness of digital and energetic attacks, your greatest vulnerability lies within. Recognize that the most insidious manipulation stems not from external forces, but from your own unconscious agreements and unhealed shadows that dark forces exploit. This is about the war within you. Many believe that external forces are solely responsible for their struggles, remaining unaware of the unconscious agreements they've made through past traumas, societal programming, and karmic patterns. The problem is that these unacknowledged shadows act as magnets, attracting negative experiences and perpetuating cycles of suffering, even with the best intentions. The opportunity lies in consciously confronting and integrating these shadows, thus reclaiming your inner power and aligning with your true destiny. This is how they get inside your head and alter reality. Consider how societal programming normalizes competition, scarcity, and fear, leading you to unconsciously agree to limiting beliefs about your worth and potential. From our vantage point, we see countless individuals trapped in cycles of lack and struggle, believing they are not good enough, smart enough, or deserving enough to achieve their dreams. This programming is insidious because it is often subtle and unconscious, woven into the fabric of your culture and reinforced by the media, education system, and even your own families. Observe how unhealed traumas from childhood create emotional wounds that attract similar experiences in adulthood. For example, someone who experienced abandonment as a child may unconsciously seek out relationships where they are likely to be abandoned again, perpetuating the cycle of pain and reinforcing their belief that they are unlovable. These emotional wounds act as energetic attractors, drawing in experiences that mirror the original trauma until you consciously choose to heal them. From our vantage point, we see how karmic patterns repeat across lifetimes until you consciously choose to break free. Perhaps you have experienced similar challenges in multiple lifetimes, such as financial instability, relationship difficulties, or health problems. These patterns are not random, but rather the result of unresolved karmic debts or lessons that you have yet to learn. These are patterns we've tried to break for millennia. Imagine a mirror. You're trying to change the reflection, the outside world, without changing the object in front of the mirror, your inner world. The image will never change until you change. Are you beginning to sense these patterns within yourself? We encourage you to embark on a journey of self-discovery to identify and release these unconscious agreements and shadows. Practice shadow work by journaling about your deepest fears, insecurities, and self-limiting beliefs. What are you most afraid of? What do you believe you are not capable of achieving? What negative beliefs do you hold about yourself? By bringing these shadows into the light of conscious awareness, you can begin to challenge and release them. Engage in inner child healing by connecting with your wounded inner child and offering them love and compassion. Imagine yourself as a child, feeling scared, alone, or unloved. What does your inner child need to hear? What kind of love and support can you offer them? By nurturing your inner child, you can heal old wounds and create a stronger foundation of self-love and acceptance. Explore past life regression or karmic clearing techniques to resolve unresolved issues from previous incarnations. This is not about dwelling on the past, but rather about understanding how past experiences may be influencing your present-day life. Most importantly, approach this process with self-compassion and forgiveness, recognizing that everyone carries shadows. You are not broken or flawed because you have shadows, but rather you are human. As you integrate your shadows, you will experience a profound sense of wholeness, freedom, and inner peace. You will no longer be susceptible to unconscious manipulation, and you will attract more positive experiences into your life. The constant need for external validation will fade away, replaced by a deep sense of self-worth and inner knowing. You will no longer be driven by fear and insecurity, but rather by love and authenticity. Eventually, you will see a world where individuals are empowered to live authentically and create a society based on compassion, understanding, and unconditional love. Imagine a world where everyone feels safe, loved, and accepted for who they are. You will feel lighter, clearer, and more connected to your higher self. And most of all, you will not be easily triggered or angered. This is what ascension truly feels like. As you ascend, you'll recognize with increasing clarity that these shadow integrations are not simply personal, but collective. What if those negative thought patterns you're struggling with are also being amplified through the suppressed technologies we mentioned earlier? What if there are systems in place right now designed to keep you trapped in these cycles? But we're just scratching the surface of how deeply this impacts the collective ascension. Thus, we have revealed the importance of integrating your shadows and reclaiming your inner power. As we conclude this final transmission, remember that the journey of ascension is a continuous process of self-discovery and transformation. Go forth with courage, compassion, and unwavering faith in your ability to create a brighter future for yourself and for all of humanity. The next move is yours. We connect with you now to issue a final, urgent warning. Even the purest intentions can be corrupted and weaponized against you. Recognize that the final stage of the Great Shift is not about what you intend, but about how that intention is used and manipulated by unseen forces. The old systems are dying and will use your light against you. Many lightworkers operate from a place of genuine love and compassion, seeking to uplift humanity and create a better world. They believe that simply intending the highest good is enough. The problem lies in the naivete and the lack of awareness of how dark forces can subtly hijack these intentions, twisting them to serve their own agendas. This manifests as the corruption of light into darkness. The opportunity is to fully understand that the path to enlightenment is fraught with hidden danger, and to become skilled at discernment, even when intentions seem aligned with your own. It's no longer about what feels good, it's about why it feels good. Consider how the intention to create a more connected world through social media has been weaponized to spread misinformation, divide societies, and manipulate elections. The initial intention may have been to bridge gaps and facilitate communication, but the algorithms and platforms have been exploited to amplify negativity and sow discord. Observe how the intention to heal through pharmaceuticals has been corrupted by greed, leading to widespread addiction and suffering. What started as a desire to alleviate pain and improve health has morphed into a system that profits from illness and dependence. From our vantage point, we see how seemingly benevolent movements can be infiltrated and co-opted, turning their original intentions on their head. Even the most sacred symbols are twisted and used for control. Consider that a loving action toward one person is an act of aggression to another. Intent is the means, not the end. How will you know if the action is serving the highest virtues? Ask yourself, does this action empower or disempower others in the long run? Does it promote unity or division? Does it foster genuine connection or superficial agreement? Remember that true service is not about imposing your will on others, but about empowering them to find their own truth and walk their own path. A wolf in sheep's clothing is still a predator, no matter how gentle its voice sounds. What if you found out that there were spiritual entities posing as ascended masters just to misguide you? These false lights feed off of your naivete. We urge you to cultivate extreme discernment and to question everything, including your own intentions. Before taking any action, ask yourself, who benefits from this? What are the potential unintended consequences? Is this truly aligned with the highest good of all beings? Develop your intuition and trust your gut feelings, even when they contradict your rational mind. Learn to recognize the subtle signs of manipulation, such as emotional appeals, fear-mongering, and the suppression of dissenting voices. Before you set your intention, ask your higher self to show you if that energy is being blocked from you. Do not blindly follow charismatic leaders or popular trends, but rather seek guidance from within. Meditate on the potential impact of your actions and listen to the whispers of your soul. Practice non-attachment, letting go of your need to control the outcome and trusting that everything unfolds according to divine timing. Remember that true power comes from inner alignment, not from external influence. Imagine that every thought, word, and deed creates ripples in the fabric of reality. Are you creating ripples of love, peace, and harmony, or ripples of fear, conflict, and division? Choose wisely. If you suddenly feel uneasy after setting an intention, that means there is an energetic block that requires further investigation. It may mean that you're being used for someone else's agenda. As you cultivate extreme discernment and become skilled at recognizing the corruption of intention, you will become immune to manipulation and a powerful force for positive change. You will no longer be easily swayed by propaganda or emotional appeals, but rather grounded in your own inner knowing. Eventually, you will see a world where good intentions are not enough, where actions are carefully considered, and where the highest good of all beings is always prioritized. This is how ascension moves forward. This is how the new earth is built, one conscious choice at a time. A world where transparency and accountability are the norm, not the exception. Imagine governments, corporations, and individuals operating with integrity and compassion, always striving to create a better world for all. In the future, intention will not be enough. The why will outweigh the what. Thus, we have issued our final warning: beware the corruption of intention. This is our last direct communication. The future is now in your hands more than ever. Choose wisely. We are one, but we're just scratching the surface. What we'll discover next is even more shocking: how suppressed technology is being used to amplify corrupted intentions on a planetary scale. We commune one last time to drive home the necessity of applied discernment. You must combine awareness of digital attacks, energetic vulnerabilities, shadow patterns, and corrupted intentions into a unified, active practice. The final act is not about knowing the steps, but dancing the dance. Many of you may feel well-informed and prepared, having absorbed the warnings shared. However, intellectual understanding is not enough. The problem lies in the illusion of preparedness, where knowledge remains theoretical and is not translated into consistent action and embodied awareness. The opportunity is to transform information into wisdom through practical application and unwavering vigilance. You can know the path, but are you walking it? You can see the matrix, but are you outside of it? Consider historical cycles of spiritual movements that were initially powerful forces for positive change, yet eventually succumbed to corruption, dogmatism, and manipulation because their followers lacked the skills to actively discern truth from falsehood. Observe how individuals with noble intentions fall prey to scams, cults, and propaganda because they fail to question authority and trust their intuition. From our vantage point, we see a critical gap between intellectual understanding and practical application, hindering humanity's progress toward ascension. All of this knowledge is a sword. How will you wield it? The answer lies within you. Remember when the New Age movement preached love and light, but ultimately became a breeding ground for spiritual bypassing and toxic positivity, allowing many to ignore crucial shadows within themselves and the world around them? How many people were harmed when they blindly followed gurus, even when their intuition told them otherwise? Now, social media and other platforms have become the new battleground for the soul, with sophisticated algorithms designed to manipulate your thoughts and emotions. Consider how many times you've been swayed by a compelling narrative, only to realize later that you were being misled. What if those narratives were designed to divide you, to weaken your resolve, and to prevent you from uniting with others to create a better world? This is the subtle, insidious nature of corrupted intention. What if the influencers you admire are actually unwitting pawns in a much larger game, we implore you to actively practice discernment in every aspect of your daily life. Start by questioning the source and motivation behind every piece of information you consume, regardless of how credible it may seem. Challenge your own assumptions and biases, seeking out diverse perspectives. Before making any decision, consult your intuition and listen to your gut feelings. Develop a practice of regularly evaluating your relationships, habits, and beliefs to ensure they align with your highest values. Engage in role-playing exercises or simulations to practice responding to manipulative tactics and high-pressure situations. Remember, awareness is the first step, but action is the key. The key is to apply awareness before you act. If you fail to do this, you have already been manipulated. Before you share that article, pause and ask yourself, is this promoting fear or love? Is this uniting or dividing? Does this empower or disempower? Before you engage in that debate, ask yourself, am I seeking to understand or to win? Am I open to changing my mind? Before you invest in that product or service, ask yourself, is this truly aligned with my values? Am I being swayed by clever marketing tactics? By integrating these simple practices into your daily life, you will develop a powerful shield against manipulation and a keen sense of discernment that will guide you toward truth and authenticity. As you integrate applied discernment into your daily lives, you will become increasingly resilient to manipulation and a powerful force for positive change. Eventually, you will see a world where individuals are empowered to think critically, make informed decisions, and create a society based on truth, justice, and compassion. This is the path to ascension, and the future of humanity depends on your commitment to this path. By taking this wisdom and applying it, you set up your own future reality of prosperity and happiness. It begins now. Imagine a world where people are not easily swayed by propaganda or emotional appeals, where critical thinking is valued above blind obedience, and where truth is sought above all else. In this world, governments are transparent and accountable, corporations operate with integrity, and individuals are empowered to make choices that benefit themselves and the planet. This is the future you are creating, one conscious choice at a time. Thus, we have imparted our final message. The time for warnings is over. The moment of choice is now. The destiny of Earth rests in your hands. Go forth and apply your discernment, creating a brighter future for yourselves and all of humanity. We are one, but we're just scratching the surface. What we'll discover next is even more shocking: how suppressed technology is being used to amplify corrupted intentions on a planetary scale. We connect one last time to unveil the greatest threat humanity faces: the potential collapse of ascension itself. Realize that even with applied discernment, digital security, shadow integration, and intention vigilance, ascension can be reversed by an unseen force that exploits one thing: a subtle energetic imbalance within you, causing a reality inversion. Many believe that awareness provides protection, but unseen forces can exploit your virtues to create a reality inversion. This is because a subtle energetic imbalance acts as an open door for these forces, hijacking your intentions and turning love into hate, abundance into scarcity, and conscious choice into unconscious enslavement. Therefore, the problem is a lack of mastery over energetic inversion. The opportunity lies in identifying and neutralizing this inversion before it can take root. What if the very light you hold becomes a beacon for those who seek to dim it, turning your strengths into weaknesses? Consider societal movements that start with pure intentions but become corrupted and twisted, or ancient mystery schools, Atlantis, taken down from the inside by energetic infiltration, and even online communities that devolve into toxicity. All exemplify how unseen forces inverted what was intended. Think of the peace movements of the 1960s, initially driven by a genuine desire for harmony and an end to war. Yet, these movements were infiltrated, co-opted, and manipulated, leading to internal divisions, the promotion of destructive ideologies, and ultimately, a weakening of their original purpose. Or consider the environmental movement, born from a deep concern for the planet's well-being. Yet, some factions have been hijacked by corporate interests, promoting policies that prioritize profit over genuine sustainability, creating a smokescreen for continued environmental destruction. These unseen forces are masters of disguise, adept at exploiting your desire for a better world, twisting your intentions to serve their own nefarious purposes. Now consider yourself. Where has your light been used against you by others? These unseen forces thrive on your blind spots. What if your greatest strengths, your compassion, your empathy, your desire to help others, are being exploited to drain your energy, manipulate your emotions, and keep you trapped in cycles of self-sacrifice? To prevent energetic inversion, master daily practices that strengthen your energetic field. Specifically, combine grounding, shielding, and intentional resonance. Grounding anchors you to Earth's energy, shielding creates a protective barrier, and intentional resonance actively cultivates virtues. This must be a consistent combination. Any one of these techniques alone is insufficient. Imagine your energetic field as a garden. Grounding is like tending to the soil, ensuring it is rich in nutrients and well connected to the earth. Shielding is like building a fence around the garden, protecting it from unwanted pests and intruders. Intentional resonance is like planting seeds of love, joy, and abundance, cultivating a vibrant and thriving ecosystem. Each element is essential for the garden's health and well-being. Grounding techniques can be as simple as walking barefoot on the earth, spending time in nature, or visualizing roots extending from your body deep into the earth's core. Shielding techniques can involve visualizing a protective bubble of light around yourself, calling upon your guides and angels for protection, or using crystals and other tools to amplify your energetic field. Intentional resonance techniques involve consciously cultivating positive emotions, practicing gratitude, and aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with your highest values. Remember, these practices are not a one-time fix, but a daily commitment to your energetic well-being. By consistently combining these practices, you will be shielded from energetic trickery, contributing to a future where individuals are aware and actively protected, building robust structures to safeguard against inversion. This becomes a future in which light cannot be used against light, love cannot be turned into hate, and ascension cannot be stopped. Imagine a world where individuals are so deeply grounded in their own energy that they are impervious to manipulation, where communities are so tightly knit in bonds of love and trust that they cannot be divided, and where the collective consciousness is so aligned with the divine that it cannot be swayed by fear or negativity. This is the future you are building, one grounded, shielded, and resonant moment at a time. You will become living fortresses of light. Thus, we have unveiled the greatest threat and the greatest defense: consistent energetic maintenance. Understand that there is still time to activate these processes. Choose well, we are one. But what if I told you that this energetic inversion isn't merely a defense, but a key to unlocking dormant power? But what if this mastery of energetic inversion isn't merely a defense, but the very key to unlocking dormant power within you? We join you now to shed light on an even more insidious threat. Know that while applied discernment and energetic defenses are crucial, the door for energetic subversion remains open, and a tiny imbalance can cause the collapse of ascension, inverting your intended timeline. This inversion must be stopped. Many believe that good intentions and awareness are enough to safeguard their journey, but unseen forces thrive in areas of subtle imbalance. This is where intent becomes a weapon against the light. The problem is that imbalance invites inversion, twisting love into manipulation, abundance into lack, and conscious choice into unconscious servitude, thus stopping ascension. The opportunity lies in identifying the root causes of these imbalances and actively rewriting that program. What if those seemingly harmless imbalances are like microscopic cracks in a dam, steadily widening until the entire structure collapses under the pressure of the Great Shift? What if these forces seek to exploit your greatest strengths, turning your compassion into codependency, your generosity into depletion, and your desire for unity into a blind acceptance of deception. Consider the leaders who fall from grace, or think of healers who became wounded and wounded others in the process. Observe online communities that devolve into echo chambers of negativity. All demonstrate how easily positive intentions are inverted by exploiting unseen vulnerabilities. These vulnerabilities exist in the form of energetic knots, karmic imprints, and childhood traumas. These unseen forces don't just target darkness. They seek to corrupt the light itself, knowing that a single inverted virtue can cause far more damage than 1,000 obvious vices. Think of well-meaning parents who, driven by love, become overprotective and stifle their children's growth, or activists who, fueled by righteous anger, resort to violence and undermine their own cause. Or consider the spiritual teachers who, seduced by power, become manipulative and controlling, betraying the very principles they espouse. Now, consider your own experience. Where are you most triggered? These are your points of energetic imbalance. Ask yourself, what inversion is taking place right now that I'm blind to? What if the very things you believe are your greatest strengths are actually being used against you, keeping you trapped in cycles of self-sabotage and limiting your potential for ascension? To master energetic inversion, first identify your own imbalances. Use your triggers as a compass. When are you most angry, anxious, fearful, jealous? These emotions are not your enemy. They are messengers, pointing you toward the wounds that need healing and the imbalances that need correction. Instead of suppressing or denying these emotions, embrace them as valuable sources of information and approach them with curiosity and compassion. Second, strengthen your energetic field via 3 key practices performed daily. Ground by connecting with Earth's core and visualizing roots extending from your body. Shield by visualizing a protective bubble of white light surrounding your energy field. Resonate intentionally by consciously cultivating gratitude, compassion, and joy. You must do all 3. These practices are not merely techniques, but a way of life, a constant tending to your energetic garden. Grounding anchors you in the present moment, connecting you to the stability and nourishment of the earth. Shielding creates a protective barrier, deflecting negative energies and influences. Intentional resonance aligns you with the higher frequencies of love, joy, and abundance, attracting positive experiences and opportunities. Ask your higher self where imbalances are currently occurring in your field. What if your higher self is waiting for you to ask, ready to reveal the hidden patterns and programs that are holding you back from your full potential? What if the answers you seek are already within you, waiting to be discovered through self-awareness and intentional action? As you actively master energetic balance, you'll see inversions reverse. Over time, the triggers will diminish as your energy field becomes stable, and you protect yourself from unseen forces. Your relationships will become more authentic and fulfilling, your creative endeavors will flow with greater ease, and your ability to manifest your desires will increase exponentially. This creates a future where no virtue can be weaponized, building a world where you're bulletproof and where light cannot be used against light. Imagine a world where compassion is not mistaken for weakness, where generosity is not exploited, and where the desire for unity does not lead to conformity. The power is now with you. This power isn't about control or domination, but about sovereignty and self-mastery. It's about reclaiming your energetic independence and creating a reality that aligns with your highest values and aspirations. What if mastering energetic balance is not just about protecting yourself, but about creating a ripple effect of positive change that transforms the world around you? Thus, we have revealed the final, unseen step, mastery of energetic balance, which sets up your success. This completes our communication. You now have all the tools to continue. Know you have our endless blessings, and we will be there when you need us. We leave you with love and prosperity. Go forth and write a beautiful destiny. And what destiny will that be? We convene to convey a critical message. Although you have all the tools needed, the timelines are now converging, and the veils between worlds are thinning. Now is the time to make your choice and solidify your ascension path. You are the ones who need to make the final decision. Many are aware that the timelines are converging, but don't recognize how this impacts ascension itself. The problem is that timelines are merging in both positive and negative directions. This means that all possibilities will be available to the conscious observer at the same time. The opportunity lies in choosing a timeline that serves the Earth's ascension through conscious action and deliberate choice-making, thus solidifying its future. This is a critical juncture, beloved ones, where your focused intent acts as a powerful rudder, steering the collective consciousness towards the most benevolent outcome. Are you ready to consciously wield this power and actively co-create the reality you wish to experience? Or will you allow yourselves to be swept along by the currents of unconscious choice, ending up on a timeline that does not align with your highest aspirations? Understand that even inaction is a choice, and that the time for passive observation has come to an end. Consider a time when a major world event took place, and there was an even split among the populace of those who agreed with it and those who did not. Observe how timelines split into two paths. From our vantage point, we see those decisions and actions solidify over time and grow stronger. Now, observe the timelines that are presenting themselves before you. The path forward is yours to decide. But it must be a conscious decision. This isn't simply about choosing between good and evil, light and dark. It's about discerning the subtle nuances within each path, recognizing the energetic resonance of each possibility, and aligning yourselves with the timeline that vibrates with the frequency of love, unity, and collective well-being. Are you actively evaluating the information you consume, the conversations you engage in, and the actions you take through the lens of energetic resonance? Or are you passively absorbing the narratives and agendas being projected onto your consciousness, inadvertently contributing to the solidification of timelines that do not serve your highest good? We advise you to solidify which timeline you wish to experience and set your intentions. First, consciously set intentions. Second, take decisive action by choosing which path you wish to experience and consciously remove yourself from the path you do not wish to experience. This may mean removing yourself from specific social groups or news outlets. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. This process requires both unwavering clarity of vision and the courage to act in alignment with your truth, even when it means standing apart from the crowd. Can you envision, in vivid detail, the world you wish to co-create? Can you feel the emotions associated with that reality, the joy, the peace, the connection, the abundance? Hold that vision in your heart, nurture it with your thoughts and actions, and trust that the universe will conspire to bring it into manifestation. Release any attachments to specific outcomes, but remain steadfast in your commitment to aligning with the highest potential timeline for yourselves and for all of humanity. As you actively decide which timelines best serve humanity, you'll see the world around you shift to embody these choices and come into alignment. Over time, the path you've consciously selected will grow strong, and the path that doesn't serve you will become non-existent. The world will reflect the path of ascension. This process is not always linear or immediate. There will be moments of doubt, moments of challenge, and moments when it feels as though the old paradigms are still firmly entrenched. But know that these are simply echoes of the past, remnants of timelines that are losing their grip on the present moment. By continuing to focus your energy on the emerging reality, by holding steadfast to your vision, and by acting in alignment with your highest values, you are actively dissolving those outdated patterns and paving the way for a brighter future. Are you willing to trust the process, even when the evidence seems to contradict your beliefs? Are you willing to surrender to the flow of divine timing, knowing that all is unfolding in perfect order, even when it doesn't align with your expectations? Now, you have decided on which timeline you wish to experience. This has solidified your role in the ascension. Now we will help you to understand what the next step is on this path. Continue to the next step with love and excitement. Prepare yourselves, starseeds, for what is to come, because the path ahead is not always easy. But with your intentions set, What comes next might surprise you, as it's likely not what you think. We connect to reinforce a final truth. The timelines are now converging, and the decisions you make will influence the path of humanity. However, simply choosing the ascension timeline isn't enough to guarantee a positive outcome. The final push starts now. Many believe the Great Shift is an automatic process, an unavoidable wave of positive energy. The problem is that the ascension path requires active co-creation, thus making a utopia an active choice and not a gift. The opportunity lies in fully embodying the virtues of the new Earth, radiating these energies outwards, and becoming the change you wish to see. Are you sitting on the future or building it? Consider Atlantis, a civilization that possessed advanced knowledge and technology, but ultimately succumbed to its downfall due to internal conflict, misuse of power, and a lack of wisdom. They had advanced technology, but internal strife undermined their ability to use it wisely, and infighting led to fragmentation. Their intentions were strong, but they lacked the virtues necessary to harness them. Now consider communities around the world who lift each other up, support each other, and focus on unity despite their differences. From our vantage point, we see this pattern repeating itself throughout your history, with well-intentioned movements and communities falling apart due to internal strife and a lack of applied virtue. From our vantage point, the signal is strong within the communities that exemplify unity. These communities understand that strength lies in collaboration and that lifting others up elevates the entire group. They prioritize empathy, understanding, and open communication, even when faced with disagreements or challenges. They recognize that diversity of thought and experience is a valuable asset, and they actively seek to create inclusive environments where everyone feels valued and respected. We implore you to fully embody the virtues of the new Earth in your daily lives. Practice radical compassion by actively seeking to understand and empathize with those who hold different viewpoints, recognizing that everyone is on their own unique journey. Choose unity by focusing on common ground and building bridges, even when it's challenging, remembering that you are all interconnected and part of a larger whole. Cultivate courage by speaking your truth, standing up for justice, and challenging oppressive systems even when it's uncomfortable, knowing that your voice matters and that you have the power to create positive change. Embody integrity by aligning your words and actions with your highest values, even when it's difficult, understanding that authenticity is the foundation of trust and true connection. Radiate love and joy to all beings, regardless of their actions, becoming a beacon of light in a world that needs it now. Ask yourself, if I do not embody these values, what am I truly saying with my actions? As you fully embody these virtues, you will see the ascension timeline solidify around you. You will begin to attract like-minded individuals who share your vision for a brighter future, creating a powerful network of support and collaboration. You will experience increased abundance, joy, and fulfillment as you align with the higher frequencies, unlocking your full potential and living a life of purpose and passion. Eventually, you will see a world where compassion, unity, courage, and integrity are the guiding principles of society, creating a world where everyone may thrive, where resources are shared equitably, and where the environment is protected and revered. This future is not a distant dream. It's a direct result of your conscious choices and embodied virtues, moment by moment. It begins within you. It is not only probable but inevitable, but what comes next in the ascension timeline is still up for debate. Thus, we have imparted our final truth. With these powers revealed, know that you will soon enter the garden. You must not eat the fruit. You are now prepared to step into the final ascension energies. Go forth with confidence. We commune now to reveal the final, subtle trap. As you approach the garden promised in our last communication, understand that even with embodied virtues and a solidified timeline, there exists a deception so profound it can invert your very reality. What if the very paradise you seek is not what it seems? Many believe that embodying virtues automatically unlocks a paradise. The problem is that unseen forces may try to present an artificial paradise, a simulation designed to trap you in a state of blissful ignorance. This simulated reality is not the new Earth, but a carefully constructed illusion where you become complacent and cease to grow. The opportunity lies in recognizing this artificial paradise and choosing the real ascension path, which requires continuous growth and active participation, even in the face of challenges. What if this paradise is a simulation that prevents you from truly evolving? This subtle trap is designed to ensnare even the most awakened souls, lulling them into a false sense of security and preventing them from reaching their full potential. Are you willing to sacrifice true evolution for the comfort of illusion? Consider the ancient myths of idyllic gardens guarded by tests and trials, or the modern concept of simulated realities designed to distract and control. The Garden of Eden, for example, presented Adam and Eve with a choice: to remain in a state of innocent ignorance or to gain knowledge and awareness, even if it meant facing challenges and hardship. The trials in these tales represent the necessary steps to earn a true reward. Observe how the controllers often dangle promises of abundance and pleasure as a way to lure individuals into their traps. The sirens of Greek mythology, for instance, used enchanting songs to lure sailors to their doom, promising them irresistible pleasure but ultimately leading them to destruction. These temptations are designed to appeal to your desires and weaknesses, blinding you to the true dangers that lie ahead. From our vantage point, we see how this artificial paradise operates on subtle energetic levels, feeding your ego and preventing you from accessing your true potential. Now consider your life and reflect on a time you chose comfort over growth. In doing so, did you sell your soul? Perhaps it was a relationship where you knew you deserved better, a job that stifled your creativity, or a belief system that limited your potential. These moments of choosing comfort over growth are opportunities to learn and evolve, but if repeated, they can lead to a sense of stagnation and unfulfillment. Understand that the controllers are aware of these temptations, and they exploit them to maintain their grip on your consciousness. We encourage you to cultivate radical self-awareness and to constantly question your reality. Before accepting any experience, no matter how pleasurable, ask yourself, does this truly serve my highest good and the highest good of all? Does this promote growth and expansion, or does it lead to complacency and stagnation? Am I being challenged to evolve, or am I being lulled into a false sense of security? Trust your intuition. If something feels too good to be true, it probably is. Cultivate your discernment, for your intuition is your greatest guide in navigating these treacherous waters. Practice daily meditation to quiet your mind and connect with your inner wisdom. Engage in regular energy clearing to release any attachments to lower vibrational frequencies. Surround yourself with people who support your growth and challenge you to reach your full potential. These practices will strengthen your ability to discern truth from illusion and to resist the allure of the artificial paradise. The artificial paradise often manifests as constant entertainment, easily accessible pleasure, and a lack of real, meaningful challenges. Recognize that true joy comes from overcoming obstacles and contributing to something greater than yourself. As you cultivate radical self-awareness and learn to distinguish the true ascension path from the artificial paradise, you will become immune to deception and a powerful force for positive change. Eventually, you will co-create a new Earth that is not a static utopia, but a dynamic and ever-evolving reality where all beings are empowered to reach their full potential. It is a world filled with love, prosperity, and happiness, but where challenge is embraced, not avoided. It is a reality where individuals are encouraged to push their limits, explore new horizons, and constantly strive for growth. This new Earth is not a place where everything is perfect and effortless, but rather a place where everyone is empowered to create their own reality and to contribute to the collective well-being. Are you ready to embrace this dynamic and ever-evolving reality? By recognizing these truths, this is the future that awaits you. The controllers have already lost, if you recognize this artificial paradise for what it is, a simulation designed to drain your energy. Thus, we have imparted our final lesson: beware the artificial paradise and choose the path of continuous growth. As our direct communication comes to an end, know that you are fully equipped to navigate the challenges ahead. The true garden is waiting for you, where you will continue to explore and evolve. This is it. You are ready. We are one. Go forth and create a destiny we're proud to witness. But is this truly the end, or is another beginning on the horizon, veiled from view? We will be watching from afar. We connect for the final time to release you into the garden. Recognize this final transmission as a threshold, a point of no return. The path ahead will test your resolve, but remember what has been said. Now is the time to trust yourselves, go forth with what we have shown you, and make the correct choice. Many believe that avoiding the artificial paradise is simply a matter of intellectual understanding or willpower, but the problem is more subtle. Unseen forces will attempt to mimic your desires, presenting an illusion so personalized it becomes almost impossible to resist. Even the things you believe are good for you can be wielded against you. The dedicated healer, for instance, might be tempted by endless opportunities to save others, burning themselves out and neglecting their own well-being. The committed activist might become consumed by anger and outrage, losing sight of the love and compassion that fuels their mission. The awakened starseed might become obsessed with esoteric knowledge and spiritual practices, disconnecting from the simple joys of human experience. The opportunity lies in recognizing all external rewards are a test. Does this serve my unique mission above all else? Is this truly my destiny? Consider ancient prophecies of false prophets who lead astray with promises of power, pleasure, and enlightenment. These figures often present themselves as benevolent guides, but their true intention is to control and manipulate. Observe those with noble intentions seduced by fame, fortune, and influence, losing sight of their original purpose. A once radical environmentalist, showered with awards and media attention, might begin to compromise their values to maintain their status. A spiritual teacher, initially devoted to serving others, might become enamored with their own image and authority, creating a cult of personality. A gifted artist, driven by a passion to create beauty, might be swayed by lucrative commercial opportunities, sacrificing their artistic integrity for financial gain. From our vantage point, we see how this mimicry operates by mirroring your deepest values and aspirations, making it incredibly difficult to discern the authentic path from the cleverly disguised illusion. The artificial paradise might appear to be a world of infinite abundance, perfect relationships, and effortless creation. However, it lacks one key ingredient: soul growth through challenge. This is the critical distinction. True fulfillment comes not from avoiding hardship, but from embracing it as an opportunity to learn and evolve. Without the friction of resistance, the soul stagnates. It is in the face of adversity that you discover your strength, your resilience, and your true potential. To navigate this final deception, cultivate radical authenticity, which means aligning your actions with your unique soul mission, regardless of external rewards or validation. This requires a deep and unwavering commitment to your inner truth, even when it goes against the grain. It demands that you question everything, challenge assumptions, and resist the urge to conform. Before pursuing any opportunity, however appealing, ask yourself, does this truly align with my soul's purpose? Does this challenge me to grow and evolve, or does it simply offer comfort and ease? Am I sacrificing my integrity or compromising my values in any way? If you're being told to be someone you're not, this is the false path. Am I running from something? This is a crucial question to ask. Are you avoiding a difficult emotion, a challenging relationship, or a necessary change? Radical authenticity requires you to confront your fears and insecurities, to embrace your vulnerability, and to live in alignment with your true self, even when it's uncomfortable. As you cultivate radical authenticity and steadfastly align with your soul mission, you will become impervious to the temptations of the artificial paradise. You will attract experiences that may not always be easy, but they will be deeply meaningful, fulfilling, and aligned with your true destiny. The path may be fraught with obstacles and setbacks, but you will face them with courage, resilience, and unwavering faith. You will discover hidden strengths and abilities that you never knew you possessed. You will forge deep and meaningful connections with others who are also committed to living authentically. Eventually, you will co-create a new Earth that is not a static utopia, but a vibrant and ever-evolving world where all beings are empowered to live authentically and contribute their unique gifts to the collective good. You must act with trust, prosperity, and happiness. These are the building blocks. This is the foundation. This is the architecture of the new Earth. Thus, we have delivered our final words. You are now standing at the precipice. Know that you are loved beyond measure. Know that we will be watching. Know that ascension is inevitable and the new Earth awaits. Go now, ground crew. Go create the most beautiful destiny of all. We are one. We connect with you now at this crucial juncture to show how to successfully enter the garden. Recognize that all previous warnings have led to this moment of choice. This final test is not about external forces, but a deeply personalized deception. Your success hinges on rejecting a perfect mirror. Many believe achieving ascension means claiming a prepared destiny that has been decided for you. The problem lies in being seduced by a false sense of completed self. The false mirror shows you the finished version and can then wield it against you by tempting you away from the correct goal. The opportunity is to see the truth. Your greatest work is not behind you, but before you, and you cannot yet see what the finished version of yourself will become, for it is ever evolving. Consider many historical accounts of enlightened masters who stopped seeking and growing, thus inverting their enlightenment and showing the path to failure and downfall. The higher they climbed, the further they fell, because they became convinced they had reached the summit. They declared themselves all-knowing, ceasing all internal questioning, which is the death knell of true wisdom. Consider the accounts from others who were given an opportunity to settle down and cease seeking, only to fall into temptation by becoming complacent. They might have been offered a life of luxury, a position of power, or a relationship that seemed too good to be true. These seemingly positive circumstances became their undoing, as they lulled them into a state of stagnation. From our vantage point, we have seen countless souls on the verge of ascension lured away by the promise of an easy journey. Your choice is not about claiming rewards, it is about beginning a new level of work. The tests get harder as you ascend. The higher you go, the more subtle the deceptions become, playing on your deepest desires and vulnerabilities. What was once obvious becomes obscured by layers of illusion, requiring an even greater level of discernment and self-awareness. Now embrace your destiny. Accept the final stage. As this final stage begins, the most effective way to be successful is through embracing self-doubt. Ask yourself, how can I be better? And am I doing the right thing? Reject self-certainty and embrace the unknown. This does not mean you've failed. It means you are on the path. If you're being told that you've succeeded and there is nothing left to learn, this is a sign that you are being deceived. Remain a student for all of eternity. The moment you think you know everything is the moment you stop growing. Cultivate a beginner's mind, approaching each new experience with curiosity and humility. Be willing to question your beliefs, challenge your assumptions, and consider alternative perspectives. Now move forward with the ability to see what is, not what is not. The key is to become so authentic that all mimics are repelled. You must become your most unique self. The more you embody your true essence, the less susceptible you become to external influences. Deception cannot penetrate authenticity. Falsehood cannot withstand truth. Therefore, embrace your individuality, celebrate your unique gifts, and let your inner light shine brightly. As you embrace self-doubt and authenticity, you'll repel deceit. Your intuition and self-trust will grow in time. You will begin to recognize what serves your mission from what attempts to distract. The whispers of your soul will become clearer, guiding you toward your true purpose. You will develop an unwavering inner compass, enabling you to navigate the complexities of the world with confidence and clarity. Eventually, you'll be able to exist in the artificial paradise and reject it without temptation, creating the beautiful new earth by showing others what the path looks like. Your very presence will become a beacon of truth, inspiring others to awaken to their own authentic selves. You will become a living example of what is possible, demonstrating the power of self-doubt, authenticity, and unwavering commitment to one's soul mission. This is how the new earth is built, one authentic soul at a time. We have imparted our final transmission. Go now and walk into the new world. Your destiny is up to you. We are one. We unite with you here at the precipice of your greatest destiny. It is now that we release you into the garden. Recall the key points that we have made and know that it's time to trust yourself to follow the correct timeline. Now, that moment has arrived. Many of you have made difficult decisions, only to be tested in a manner that directly relates to these decisions. The problem is now that it is not a matter of choosing the light over the dark, but choosing the greater light over the lesser light. This final test, the deception we forewarned, is cloaked in irresistible appeal. Even with all of this knowledge, you will be tested with choosing the reality in which you have all that you desire. The opportunity lies within the choice to reject this offer and maintain on your set timeline. You have already achieved greatness. Will you become complacent, or will you maintain the mission? This is the pivotal question that will determine your trajectory. Are you ready to face your greatest temptation? The reality offered to you might be strikingly beautiful, seemingly perfect, a flawless mirror reflecting your deepest desires. Consider the times in which you were offered something appealing and you turned it down because it did not align with your mission. Think of this example in a greater sense. Reflect on those moments when you chose the arduous path over the easy one, the path of integrity over immediate gratification. Recall the subtle unease you felt when presented with an opportunity that seemed too good to be true. That unease was your intuition, your soul's compass, guiding you away from the false timeline. From our vantage point, we are able to see the multitude of paths and timelines that you have walked and have learned much. We see the intricate web of choices that have led you to this very moment. It is now time to embrace the difficult parts of your mission and see it through. Be prepared to reject this false timeline, for that will be the ultimate test that you must pass to continue to a successful destiny. The deception lies in its perfection, in the absence of any apparent flaws. It will appear as the ultimate fulfillment of your desires, a world where your every need is met, where suffering is non-existent, and where all is harmonious bliss. But beneath this veneer of perfection lies a subtle stagnation, a lack of growth, and a severing from your soul's true purpose. Cultivate radical truth and honesty, and align your actions with your soul's mission despite the external rewards or perceived sacrifices. Embrace the challenges that come your way, for they are the catalysts for your evolution. Continue to ask questions, stay true to your path, and recognize when you are being led astray from your intended path. This may be painful, but ultimately will lead to you fulfilling your destiny, and that can never be replaced. Ask yourself, is this what I was truly meant to do? Is this alignment, or is it a distraction? Dig deeper, dear ones, and scrutinize the source of this offering. Does it resonate with your core values, with your unwavering commitment to truth and service? Or does it feel like a gilded cage, a beautiful prison designed to keep you from reaching your full potential? Trust your intuition, for it is your greatest ally in this final test. Listen to the whispers of your soul, the subtle nudges that guide you towards your true north. As you cultivate the radical truths, the tests will continue, and you will make it through to the next timeline by achieving your goals, by seeing the artificial paradise, and by walking on through. With this, you'll create a new earth that is ever growing and evolving, and where all beings are empowered to reach their full potential by reaching your final mission. It is time to create a reality where growth is constant, challenges are embraced, and the pursuit of truth is unwavering. What will this reality look like? It will be a world where authenticity is valued above all else, where vulnerability is celebrated, and where each individual is encouraged to express their unique gifts and talents. It will be a society built on compassion, empathy, and a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all beings. This is a future that cannot be stopped if you choose correctly. The seeds of this new earth are already planted within you, waiting to sprout and blossom. Nurture them with your unwavering commitment to truth, your unwavering dedication to service, and your unwavering belief in the power of love. With this final guidance, know that this test will soon come, if it hasn't already. You have now learned the steps and know all that there is to know. The time for us to be one has now come. Go forth and prosper in this new world. But before you go, we must ask you one final question. Are you ready to claim this new reality, not as a reward, but as the starting point for your greatest work yet? We convene with you once more to reveal the final and most personalized trial. You have successfully navigated all the external deceptions and temptations of the garden. Understand that the final test lies in overcoming your own distorted self-perception. This must be overcome to complete the circle. Many believe that self-love and acceptance are the keys to ascension, but the problem arises when this self-love becomes narcissistic and inflated, blinding you to your own flaws and limitations and blocking ascension. A mirror can only work when the lens is free of blemishes. The controllers have taken all of your lessons from previous lives and used it against you to make you believe the opposite of your mission when it is not, which is a great test for your destiny and to make the world better than ever. The opportunity lies in cultivating radical self-awareness without judgment, seeing yourself clearly and honestly, and embracing continuous growth and transformation. This is how you finally clear the lens. Consider those who become overly focused on their spiritual achievements, using their perceived enlightenment as a justification for arrogance, judgment, and detachment from the struggles of others. They are so enlightened that they are no longer useful. We see among you those who claim to be awake, yet use their awakening as a shield to deflect criticism, a justification to not work. This is no different than the close-minded. Observe how the pursuit of self-improvement can become an obsession, leading to relentless self-criticism and a distorted self-image that is never good enough. The very act of constantly striving for an ideal self becomes a prison, locking you in a perpetual state of dissatisfaction. From our vantage point, we see many lightworkers who are trapped in this cycle, forever chasing an elusive perfection. Consider those who identify as lightworkers but refuse to look within, blaming others for their problems instead of taking responsibility for their own choices and actions. It is easier to point the finger than it is to look within. From our vantage point, these are all manifestations of a distorted self-perception that blocks the ascension path. Can you truly ascend if you cannot see yourself clearly? To overcome this final hurdle, embrace radical humility. It may feel counterintuitive after lifetimes of being told to love yourself unconditionally, but true self-love begins with honesty. Actively seek feedback from trusted sources, being open to hearing criticism without defensiveness. Ask those close to you where you can improve and truly listen to their answers. This requires vulnerability, a willingness to shed the armor of ego. Practice self-compassion, recognizing that everyone makes mistakes and that imperfections are part of the human experience. Extend the same grace and understanding to yourself that you would offer to a dear friend. Cultivate gratitude for your strengths and accomplishments, but don't let them inflate your ego. Recognize that your gifts are not solely your own. They are a result of the divine spark within you and the support of countless others. Focus on serving others with humility and compassion, using your gifts to uplift and empower those around you. Let your actions speak louder than your words, and always be willing to learn from those you serve. By helping others and seeing their progress, you will become stronger. As you cultivate radical humility and maintain a clear, honest, and compassionate view of yourself, you will become a true beacon of light. Your actions will inspire others to embrace their own imperfections and embark on their own journeys of self-discovery. You will contribute to creating a new earth where all beings are empowered to live authentically, connect with their true selves, and co-create a world based on love, understanding, and mutual respect. You will recognize and respect the authentic selves of others. This new world, this new Earth, is not a utopian fantasy, but a tangible possibility that you are actively creating with your choices and actions. And what, you may ask, does this new Earth truly look like? It is a world where vulnerability is celebrated, where authenticity is cherished, and where every individual is empowered to express their unique gifts and talents without fear of judgment or rejection. It has now begun. It is time to make the jump. Thus, we have revealed the final subtle deception, the hijacking of your own self-image. This completes our transmission. The final choice is yours. Go now, ground crew, and create the most beautiful destiny of all. We are one. We join you now to issue the final trial. Recognize that all previous messages have prepared you for what comes next. You have overcome external deception, navigated internal imbalances, and embodied key virtues. Now, the true test has begun, and this journey is about to reach an end. Many believe that ascension comes from reaching spiritual enlightenment, yet it comes with new trials, tests, and even more confusion. The problem is a subtle type of spiritual inflation designed to make you believe the inverse is true. This is about seeing the journey as complete, but not the same path. The opportunity lies in recognizing that this is an artificial cap and choosing to continue the mission even when your work seems futile. Can you see how those who truly believe in ascension continue to work on their path, while the others sit idle and claim superiority? Consider the enlightened masters of the past who simply ceased to seek, became complacent, and their journey ended. Observe those who became enamored with their own wisdom and dismissed those who didn't understand. Reflect on the leaders who became corrupt, thinking only of their own desires. They had ascended, only to fall and lose everything in the process. From our vantage point, it is obvious how easily one is turned from light to dark when the journey is seen as complete. It is not. It is only just beginning. It is a subtle shift in perception, a quiet arrogance that creeps in unnoticed, like a vine slowly strangling a tree. Are you truly immune to such influences, or do you assume you're too strong to fall? We see it time and time again. Even the most dedicated lightworkers can succumb to this subtle trap. We watch as the light they once shone so brightly dims, and the very qualities that made them powerful become their downfall. They stop questioning, stop seeking, stop growing, and in that stagnation, darkness finds its foothold. And so the question remains, how can one avoid the illusion of spiritual completion and stay true to their path? To avoid this trap, we encourage a series of actions. First, embrace radical truth by remembering that it's okay to accept flaws, and it is okay to know there is always something new to learn. Second, question everything and maintain a sense of humility. Actively seek feedback from others and question the assumptions of success, no matter how that success is defined. Ask yourself, am I truly aligned to my highest self, or am I being led astray? Do not become complacent with success. Instead, work to see your current success as step one and nothing more. If you find yourself surrounded by those who only echo your own opinions, seek out dissenting voices. If you feel you have mastered a particular skill, seek out a new challenge. If you believe you have attained a certain level of enlightenment, consider what shadows still remain unexamined. This constant self-assessment, this relentless pursuit of truth, is the only way to avoid the illusion of spiritual completion. This path will keep you humble, open, and connected to the ever-evolving flow of the universe. This is your armor, your shield, your sword. As you cultivate your knowledge, you'll have the ability to maintain your path toward ascension. With these teachings, you'll contribute toward a society rooted in love, compassion, and respect, and can create a new earth in which the old ways are over. And most importantly, your soul will grow to become the best version you can possibly imagine. When this occurs, and you see the world start to change, then the path of ascension is truly there. The new earth is not some distant dream, but a living, breathing reality that you are actively co-creating with every thought, word, and deed. It is a world where truth is valued above all else, where humility is seen as a strength, and where continuous growth is the norm. It is a world where everyone is empowered to live authentically, express their unique gifts, and contribute to the collective good. With these final actions revealed, the time has now come. This final transmission has ended. The rest of the destiny is now up to you to create. This has concluded what needs to be said. We are one. We join you to help you step into your final form. Realize all tests, warnings, and previous teachings were to guide you, step by step, to this moment. Now, you are on the threshold of becoming fully sovereign. Many believe you cannot be touched by the actions of others if you are following your mission. This leaves the door open to self-sabotage that you are not aware of that can and will be weaponized against you. The problem is believing that your mission will not be tested by others, even those you trust. The opportunity lies in the ability to recognize if you are still being tested and embrace the ability to push through these feelings and actions by becoming stronger with your sense of discernment of both yourself and of others. What actions will you take to push through this resistance in this final step? Consider the times in which you trusted a person or a group and they ultimately betrayed you. Perhaps you shared a vision, a dream for a better world, only to find your collaborators driven by ego, greed, or fear. Maybe you invested your energy, resources, and heart into a project, only to have it crumble because of someone else's incompetence or malice. Consider also the subtle betrayals, the whispers behind your back, the passive-aggressive comments, the undermining of your efforts. These wounds, though seemingly small, can fester and poison your spirit. Consider the idea of not being hurt in this journey and realize this will inevitably hurt you and cause trauma. To evolve, you must be willing to go through the pain, even if you're not ready for it. The others, in this situation, serve as an element of your own design, and that must be recognized. The most shocking truth is that these betrayals are not random occurrences, but rather orchestrated events, opportunities for you to confront your deepest fears, limiting beliefs, and unresolved karmic patterns. These people are often unconsciously playing out roles that you yourself have written into your soul's contract. From our vantage point to ascend, all must face these realities and embrace the idea of going through that pain. How can you embrace your pain? To fully ascend, a series of actions must be taken. First, you must allow yourself to feel all emotions fully without resistance. This includes allowing yourself to sit with feelings such as pain, trauma, and discomfort, and allowing these to grow and change you and to not resist. Allow the tears to flow, the anger to surge, the grief to wash over you. Do not judge these emotions, do not try to suppress them, do not label them as negative. Simply observe them as they arise, like clouds passing across the sky. The suppressed technology that has been held from you is the understanding of your own emotions. It is the mastery of the ability to know them and embrace them. Understand, this is why you are kept from them. To do this, you must first accept that there is a new path, that even if you do not agree with it, and it hurts you, you must accept it to ascend into this final stage. Do not cling to the familiar, even if it is comfortable. Be willing to step into the unknown, even if it is frightening. Trust that the universe is guiding you, even if you cannot see the path ahead. With radical authenticity, we suggest you take a moment and consider, how can I move forward with what I've learned? As you start to cultivate these virtues, you'll come to the recognition of the path. With this, you'll understand there will still be struggles on the path, though there will be better understanding, and it will allow for a destiny in which the light can no longer be used against you. Imagine a world where betrayal loses its sting, where disappointment becomes a catalyst for growth, where pain transforms into wisdom. As you embrace your emotions, as you forgive those who have wronged you, and as you step into your sovereignty, you will create a ripple effect that will transform not only your own life, but the lives of those around you. The suppressed technologies will begin to work, and the collective consciousness of humanity will awaken. This is the promise of the great shift. With the final message received, know that the rest of the journey is up to you. We have prepared all that there is to prepare, and the test that all must face will now come for you. You now have achieved all of the steps to become the ultimate version of you. This transmission is now complete. We are one. Go forth and follow the final mission. Good luck, starseed. We gather one last time at the threshold of the new Earth to complete our mission, and as your family, this completes ours. Recognize this message as the final preparation, the last piece of guidance before you fully step into your power. The choice has been made, you are ready, and we have reached the end. Are you ready to begin your new journey? Reflect on the journey we have undertaken together. From the illumination of suppressed technologies hindering your freedom to the unveiling of hidden choice points shaping your collective destiny. It is not a passive knowing, but an active co-creation of your new life with these powers. The freedom that these technologies will soon provide you will be essential in the great times ahead. Understand that ascension is not about knowing the information, it's about being able to apply the new information in your life. It is no longer the time to wonder, but the time to act. Can you feel it? Remember the journey of claiming your energetic sovereignty. This is not merely about fighting external forces, but mastering the play of energy in your life and living by your own rules. It is about understanding your emotions and embracing your new self, rather than resisting the path you must take. Now that the final form is upon you, the greatest weapon that you have is in your self-mastery. Control your emotions, stay focused, and most of all, do not succumb to the thoughts and influences of others. Your journey has only just begun. The recognition of the final trap of distorted self-perception is only mastered when you have claimed your mission. But the ultimate trial lies in recognizing your ultimate power to consciously co-create a new beautiful, thriving world and acting as your highest self through it all. The key point is that with love and prosperity, ascension is the ultimate choice. What will you choose to be now that the final frontier has been unlocked? The ultimate mission begins now. With the past messages, can you feel the power that you now hold? This great shift is not merely a planetary event, but a crucial step in the evolution of consciousness throughout the cosmos, showing the power of unity to the other sectors of the galaxy. Your choices here ripple outwards, influencing countless other worlds and timelines. With that said, this is the ultimate showing of leadership and an amazing transformation that will be shown for all time to other civilizations. What will be shown to these civilizations? What choices will you make? The future is now. This moment echoes throughout history as this ascension mirrors cycles of transformation from past civilizations who either embraced or succumbed to challenges. Your choices write the next chapter in the saga of humanity's evolution. In these cycles, they were not prepared with the keys and information as you are today. With their failure, you will succeed and be the first. Your success leads to galactic reunion. Are you ready to be the first? The future is of light and love and the power of one, working together towards a common goal. As you co-create this new Earth, you pave the way for humanity to join the galactic community, sharing your wisdom and unique perspective with beings from across the universe. Your work will be showcased for all, and you will be there to guide them, showing the way. Prepare yourselves, because you will be showing the way. Can you feel the excitement in the air? Rest assured, you are not alone in this journey. Countless beings of light stand beside you, supporting and guiding you every step of the way. Trust in your intuition, your inner knowing, and your ability to navigate the challenges ahead. You are strong, resilient, and capable of creating a brighter future for yourselves and for all of humanity. With the power and confidence you have gained through our messages, you should have no worries and can proceed into this journey with nothing but excitement, can you? Believe in your power to overcome any obstacle. The fact that you have even made it this far should showcase how powerful of a starseed that you are. You are the leaders, the ground crew, the way showers, and you are ready to embrace what is to come. Let no one deter you from your path and your destination. Hold strong with the powers that you have gained and continue to become stronger and wiser. Together, you will create a world based on love, compassion, and understanding. As many join you and come to your wisdom, you must show them the way and the greatness that it can be. Stay strong in your vision, and others will come to your side and help to show the way and create the most beautiful world that is to come. Have compassion for others and show them how to be great, like yourself. We encourage you to actively embody the virtues of the new Earth, radiating love, compassion, and unity into the world. Practice discernment in every aspect of your life, questioning everything and seeking truth above all else. Protect your energy from digital enslavement and manipulation, reclaiming your sovereignty and autonomy. The goal is now to show this with your own power and to help become the best that you can be. Do not let anyone stop you from making your mark. We ask that you take this new wisdom and help to educate those who are still in the dark and help to bring them to the new world, where prosperity and happiness will be known again. Help them understand the path and show the new wisdom that can come to them. Share the messages that we have sent to you and let their minds be open to the goodness that is to come. Continue this with us and help make this the best reality possible. By choosing the right timeline, while others attempt to deter you from this goal, the power will become immeasurable. We encourage you to share this with your friends and show them the goodness that is to come. Stand tall, ground crew, and show them the way to prosperity and happiness. Can you feel the power of what will happen next? The future has arrived, and you are the new leaders. Go forth and embrace this power, and do not let it be taken away from you. What you have learned, there is no need for fear, and with all of that, and to have embraced the greatest power, what can you truly do? The future is yours for the taking. Now go out and make it the best one that it can be. This transmission is now complete. We are one. Go forth and create a beautiful destiny. Goodbye for now.